Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praises to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushai. I pray the Most High blesses this lesson this evening. Gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Brethren, we're going to get back into the book right here of Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, the first edition. We're going to take a look at how many of the same legends and myths were present here in the Americas, as well as they pretty much corroborated with the same myths and legends over in the third part. Let's jump into this real quick. Let's see here. We'll start with among both the Germans and the American Indians, lycanthropy, or the metamorphosis of men into wolves, was believed in. In British Columbia, the men wolves have often been seen seated around a fire, with their wolf hides hung upon the sticks to dry. The Irish legend of hunters pursuing an animal which suddenly disappears, whereupon a human being appears in its place, is found among all the American tribes. That timid and harmless animal, the hare, was singularly enough an object of superstitious reverence and fear in Europe, Asia, and America. The ancient Irish killed all the hares they found on May Day among their cattle, believing them to be witches. Caesar gives an account of the horror in which this animal was held by the Britons. The Kalmucks regarded the rabbit with fear and reverence. Divine honors were paid to the hare in Mexico. Wabasso was changed into a white rabbit and canonized in that form. It says the white bull, Apis of the Egyptians, reappears in the sacred white buffalo of the Dakotas, which was supposed to possess supernatural power, and after death became a god. The white doe of Europeans legend had its representative in the white deer, okay, of the Houstonic Valley, whose death brought misery to the tribe. The transmission of spirits by the laying on of hands and the exorcisms of demons were part of the religion of the American tribes. So you're starting to see how a lot of these, legends are coinciding with each other all across the place, all over the world. The witches of Scandinavia, who produced tempest by their incantations, are duplicated in America. The Cree sorcerer sold 3 days of fair weather for 1 pound of tobacco. The Indian sorcerers around Freshwater Bay kept the winds, in leather bags and disposed of them as they pleased. So among the American Indians, it is believed that those who are insane or epileptic are possessed by devils. Sickness is caused by evil spirits entering into the sick person. The spirits of animals are much feared, and their departure out of the body of the invalid is a cause of thanksgiving, or the invalid. Okay, thus, let's see here. Thus, in Omaha, after the eructation says, "Thank you, animal." The confession of their sins was with a view to satisfy the evil spirits and induce him to leave them. In both continents, burnt offerings were sacrificed to the gods. In both continents, the priests divined the future from the condition of the internal organs of the man or animal sacrificed. In both continents, the future was revealed by the flight of birds and by dreams. In Peru and Mexico, there were colleges of augurs. That goes with that inauguration, okay? As in Rome, who practiced divination by watching the movements and songs of birds. Animals were worshipped in Central America and on the banks of the Nile. The Ojibways believed that the barking of a fox was ominous of ill. Okay. The peasantry of Western Europe have the same belief as to the howling of a dog. The belief in satyrs and other creatures, half man and half animal, survived in America. The Kickapoos are Darwinians, something like that. They think their ancestors had tails, and when I can't say that word. When they lost them, it says, the impudent fox sent every morning to ask how their tails were, and to hear shook his fat sides at the joke. Among the natives of Brazil, the father cut a stick at the wedding of his daughter. This was done to the Stygian flood, Ascilia. Let's see, Chimborazo found among the legends of Caribs. Even the boat of Charon reappears in the traditions of the Chippewyans. The Oriental belief in the transmigration of souls is found in every American tribe. The souls of men passed into animals or other men. The souls of the wicked pass into toads and wild beasts. Among both the Germans and the American Indians, actually we have the same one here twice here. That's okay. Mostly the thing is on this one is that you wanted to see how a lot of the traditions and legends were definitely the same all over the world. And that just goes into how there's nothing new under the sun. Even though when the Europeans got their chance to come over here, they wanted to make it seem as if this place here was just a clean slate. The Americas was a clean slate and there was nothing here. But now at the end, come to find out that the whole world has been interconnected. And these Gentiles and Edomites were on the outside looking in. They don't want everybody to realize that they were on the outside looking in. So therefore, they created an entirely different and new history of the Americas as being a blank slate, and that there was nothing over here. But now the Most High is working to expose these lies and show how much he's been working with over here in the Americas, and how hard the other nations have been trying to hide these truths. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledge Yahushai. Shalom.